right. So making money online. Who doesn't want to explore that, right?
Right.
We're diving into this Real Life English podcast episode, and they list 15 ways to make money online. I think it's a bit basic, to be honest.
Yeah.
But we'll get to the good stuff. We'll extract the good stuff, the interesting stuff, the stuff that can actually make you some real cash. And we'll...
You gotta make this valuable for the listener.
Exactly. So let's jump in. Freelancing. It's kind of like the OG of online income, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's been around forever.
Yeah, and there's all those platforms.
Upwork, Fiverr, all the big ones.
Yeah. So, but, to really succeed at freelancing, it's not just about, creating a profile.
Right. You got to think about it. There's thousands of freelancers offering, writing services, graphic design. Everybody's doing that.
Everyone says they can write. Everyone says they can code.
Exactly.
So how do you actually stand out?
You need a strategy. You need a way to really showcase what you can do.
Okay, so what would that look like? What kind of strategy are we talking about?
You got to niche down. You got to be more specific. You can't just be a writer.
Right.
You got to be like a conversion copywriter or a technical writer, something specific.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, find your subgenre.
Find that little corner of the internet that's just for you.
No.
Okay. And then, of course, you need a portfolio, right?
Absolutely. Clients need to see what you can do, proof that you can deliver.
Show them what you got. And testimonials, too, I guess.
Testimonials, those are gold.
Social proof, right. So we've got niching down, building a portfolio. What else? What other tips for freelancers?
Pricing, man. Pricing's huge. Don't undersell yourself. Know your worth.
Don't be afraid to ask for the big bucks.
Exactly. Do your research. See what others are charging.
Okay, good advice. And then, I guess, time management's got to be big, right?
Oh, yeah. And communication. Clear communication with clients.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, that's a good segue to the next thing. Selling digital products.
Yeah, that's where the passive income dream comes in, right?
Yeah, the idea that you can make that ebook or that course or that template once.
And it just keeps selling.
It just keeps generating income.
The dream. But, there's more to it than just, uploading a file and waiting.
Right. So, what's the secret sauce?
It's got to be a good product, first of all.
Okay.
Something high quality, something that solves a real problem.
A problem that people are willing to pay for.
Exactly.
So you need to do your market research.
Market research, absolutely. Find a gap, find a need.
I see.
Say you're a photography expert.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just do a generic photography course.
Right.
Maybe focus on, a specific editing technique or create, presets.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, something specific, something people really want.
I like it. So then, once you have your product, you got to get it out there, right? You got to sell it.
Marketing. Platforms like Gumroad, Teachable, those are good. But you also need to reach people, social media, email lists.
Yeah.
Even paid ads sometimes.
So it's not totally passive, is it?
Yeah.
You still got to hustle.
Yeah, it's not no work. But the idea is that the work you do up front, it keeps paying off.
You plant those seeds and then you can sit back and
watch them grow.
Hopefully watch them grow. Okay. Now, for people who like interacting with people, who like helping people, the podcast talks about remote customer support.
Yeah, tons of companies are going remote now.
Makes sense. So I guess that means they need people to handle customer issues online.
Exactly. Answering emails, live chat, social media, the whole 9 yards.
The digital help desk?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You got to be a good communicator, though.
Patient, too, I bet.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because some customers can be a real handful, right?
You got to be able to handle the heat.
So the podcast mentions Amazon, Apple, places like that as employers. And they also talk about job boards like Flex Jobs.
Yeah, those are good resources.
But how do you actually stand out? If you want to land one of those remote customer support gigs, what do you do?
Well, even if you don't have official customer service experience,
right?
Think about any relevant skills you have. Maybe you volunteered at a helpline or something, or you're always the one helping your family with their tech problems.
The family tech support guru. I like it. So it's about reframing those experiences, right? Showing that you have those transferable skills.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got freelancing, we've got digital products, we've got customer support. Let's talk about online tutoring.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. And it's not just about academics anymore. You can teach anything these days.
Really?
Anything.
Pretty much.
If you're passionate about something and you're good at it, you can teach it online.
So from math and science to music and...
Music, art, even like creative writing, you name it.
Wow, the possibilities are endless.
They really are. The podcast mentions platforms like VIP Kid, Apply, things like that.
Okay, so if someone's thinking about getting into online tutoring, what do they need to consider?
First things first, choose a subject you genuinely enjoy.
Okay, that makes sense. You gotta love what you're teaching.
Exactly. If you're passionate about it, it'll show, and you'll be a better tutor.
And I guess finding a niche within your subject could help too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Specialize. Instead of just being like an English tutor, maybe focus on like English for business professionals.
Oh, I see. So again, we're back to niching down.
Niching down is key. Always.
What else? What else?
Patience, man. Patience.
Yeah.
Not all students learn at the same pace.
You got to be adaptable, right?
Exactly. And a good communicator. Build rapport with your students. Keep them engaged.
Okay, those are all good points. And of course, you need good internet, a quiet space to work. All right, so online tutoring, that's a good one. Now, the podcast also lists blogging as a way to make money. Now, I know some people think blogging is like outdated, but I don't agree.
No, me neither.
I think it's evolved.
Yeah, it's definitely changed.
But it's still like a powerful way to build an audience, share your expertise.
And make money too.
And make money. It's like having your own little online magazine.
Yeah, exactly. You're the editor-in-chief.
And you can monetize it in different ways too.
Oh, tons of ways. You can run ads, partner with brands, even sell your own products or services.
Oh, like coaching or consulting, that kind of thing.
Exactly. So yeah, it's a real business.
It's not just like a hobby anymore.
Definitely not. But just like any business, it takes work and strategy.
Right. So what would you say to someone who's thinking about starting a blog today? What's like the most important piece of advice?
Choose a niche you love, something you're actually passionate about.
Okay.
That way, you'll enjoy creating the content.
It won't feel like a chore.
Exactly. And it'll help you attract the right audience, the people who are actually interested in what you have to say.
Find your tribe, right?
Exactly. And don't get discouraged if you don't see results right away.
It takes time, I bet.
Oh, it definitely takes time.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, good advice. Good advice. So we've got blogging, which is about building an audience, connecting with people who share your interests. And that kind of leads us to affiliate marketing, right?
Yeah, that's another way to leverage your audience.
Now, I think a lot of people get affiliate marketing confused with dropshipping.
Yeah, they are similar in some ways.
Yeah, you're basically promoting products without handling inventory.
Right. But with affiliate marketing, you're simply recommending products you love.
Okay.
And earning a commission when someone buys through your unique link.
Like, you're an influencer, but you're focused on recommending specific products.
Exactly. You're leveraging your platform, your audience, to promote things that fit your niche.
And it can be really lucrative too, right?
Oh yeah, especially if you choose high-ticket products or partner with brands that offer good commission rates.
The podcast mentions Amazon Associates as a starting point.
Yeah, that's a good one to start with.
But I imagine there are tons of other affiliate programs out there.
Oh, there are. Tons.
So how do you find the right ones for your audience?
Think about what your audience is already into.
Yeah.
What do they buy? What problems do they need solved?
Okay.
And then research companies in that niche. See if they have affiliate programs.
I see.
There are also affiliate networks like Share Sales, CJ Affiliate. Those can be helpful.
So do your research, find programs that align with your brand.
Exactly.
And be authentic.
Yes, definitely. Honesty is key. Be transparent about your affiliate relationships.
Only recommend products you actually believe in.
Exactly.
Don't just shill any old thing.
Yeah, people can spot a fake a mile away.
Build that trust with your audience.
Trust is everything.
Okay, so let's talk about YouTube. The podcast talks about like creating video content, but that's super broad. It's not like everyone can become, you know, a huge YouTube star.
No, definitely not. It's very competitive out there.
So how do you...
But there's a lot of different ways to be successful on YouTube.
Okay.
You don't have to be like a big personality or anything like that.
Right.
Think about what you're good at. What are you passionate about? You know, maybe you're great at crafting. Maybe you're good at like fixing things.
Yes.
Maybe you can explain complex topics in a simple way.
Right, right. So, but how do you actually make money on YouTube? Like, is it all about the ads?
Ads are a big part of it, yeah.
Okay.
But there's other ways to monetize too.
Oh, okay. Like what?
You can partner with brands, do sponsorships.
Okay.
You can sell merch.
Oh, well.
You could even do like channel memberships.
Like exclusive content for your...
Yeah, for your super fans.
I see.
So yeah, it's about building a community and finding those different revenue streams.
So it's a real business, basically.
It is. But it does take work.
Yeah, I bet. Like making videos, that's got to be a lot of effort.
It's not just pointing a camera and hitting record.
You know.
You got to plan your content. You got to learn how to edit.
Mm-hmm.
And the equipment can be expensive too.
Oh, right.
But the biggest thing is consistency.
Consistency. That seems to be a theme with a lot of these online income things.
Yeah, you got to show up regularly if you want to build an audience.
It's not about get-rich-quick schemes.
No, definitely not. It's about putting in the work.
Right. And keeping people engaged.
Yeah, the YouTube algorithm likes that.
Okay. So speaking of online businesses, the podcast mentions drop shipping, which sounds kind of cool. You can sell stuff online without actually handling any inventory.
Yeah, it's pretty popular these days.
So how does that work? Explain it to me like I'm 5.
Okay, imagine you have an online store.
Oh, okay.
But instead of keeping all the products in your garage, you partner with a supplier. They handle the inventory, the shipping, all that stuff.
So when someone buys something from my store,
Mm-hmm.
it goes straight to the supplier.
Yep, the supplier ships it directly to the customer.
And I just take a cut.
Exactly. You're the middleman connecting the customer with the product.
Without the hassle of actually dealing with the product?
Exactly. It's pretty low risk
Yeah.
because you don't have to invest in inventory up front.
Right. So, but I still have to market my store and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to get people to your store. You got to convince them to buy.
So it's not just set it and forget it.
No, definitely not.
You still got to hustle.
Yeah, you got to treat it like a real business.
Okay, that makes sense. So we've got drop shipping, which is all about e-commerce. Let's shift gears a bit. The podcast also talks about social media management.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one these days.
Every business needs a social media presence, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of demand
Mhm.
for people who can manage those accounts.
Yeah. Okay, so what does a social media manager actually do? Is it just posting pretty pictures and stuff?
It's more than that.
Okay.
It's about understanding the different platforms,
Mm-hmm.
creating engaging content, building communities, analyzing data.
That's a lot of strategy involved.
It is. You got to understand the brand, their target audience, their goals.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to stay up to date on all the latest trends.
Because social media is always changing, right?
Oh, yeah, constantly change. It's a fast-paced world.
The podcast mentions tools like Canva and Hootsuite.
Yeah, those are good ones.
Are those essential for social media managers?
They can be super helpful. Canva makes graphic design easy, even if you're not a pro.
Okay.
And Hootsuite lets you schedule posts across multiple platforms.
Oh, that's cool. So you don't have to be constantly posting all day long.
Exactly. It saves you a lot of time.
Nice. So social media management, that's a good one if you're into the whole social media world.
Yeah. If you enjoy creating content and engaging with people online.
Okay. Now let's talk about virtual assistants. I love the idea of being a VA, helping people get stuff done.
Yeah, it's a great way to use your organizational skills.
But what exactly does a VA do?
It really depends on the client.
Okay.
But it can involve things like managing emails, scheduling appointments, booking travel, creating presentations.
Oh, wow. So it's a mix of different tasks.
Yeah, it's all about being organized and efficient.
The ultimate multitasker.
Yeah, exactly. And the great thing is you can often work from anywhere.
That's the dream.
Yeah, you just need a laptop and an internet connection.
So flexible hours, work from anywhere. Sounds pretty good to me.
It can be. But it's important to set boundaries, manage your time well,
Right.
and be clear about your services and your rates.
Okay, good advice. The podcast mentions platforms like Zirtual and Belay for finding VA clients.
Yeah, those are good resources.
What else? What other advice would you give to aspiring VAs?
Networking's huge.
Yeah.
Connect with other VAs, attend industry events, get your name out there, and it helps to specialize.
Okay.
Maybe focus on social media management or bookkeeping or something like that.
Find your niche within the VA world.
Exactly.
All right, so we've got VAs, which is all about organization and efficiency. Now let's talk about something a little more creative, stock photography and videography.
Oh yeah, that's a cool one.
So I've heard of stock photo websites,
Mm-hmm.
but I always assumed those were just for professional photographers.
Not necessarily. Anyone can contribute.
Really? So if I have some decent photos or videos,
Mm-hmm.
I can just upload them to these websites.
Yep. Websites like Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, iStock Photo, they're always looking for new content.
And people actually pay for those photos and videos.
Yeah, every time someone licenses your photo or video, you get a royalty.
Oh, wow. So you could be earning money from something you created months or even years ago.
Exactly. It's passive income.
I like it. But I bet it's a competitive market, right? Like, how do you make your photos and videos stand out?
Quality is key. Make sure your photos and videos are well lit, well composed, in focus.
So no blurry iPhone pics?
No blurry iPhone pic.
Okay. What else?
Think about what people are looking for. Businesses and marketers need images and videos that represent diversity, different lifestyles,
Right.
So be creative, but also think strategically about what you shoot.
Okay, that makes sense. Anything else?
Don't forget about keywords.
Keywords!
Yeah. When you upload your content, you got to use the right keywords so people can find it.
Oh, right. So it's like SEO for photos and videos.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got stock photography and videography, which is all about like visual creativity. Let's talk about something a bit different, app and website testing.
Oh yeah, that's a fun one.
I mean, I love trying out new apps and websites, but I didn't know you could get paid for it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Companies need feedback on their products.
Makes sense. They want to know if they're user-friendly. Really.
Exactly. They want to know what works, what doesn't work, what could be improved.
So how does this app and website testing thing work?
There are websites like User Testing, Try My UI.
Okay.
They connect testers with companies.
So I sign up, I browse available tests, and I get paid for giving my feedback.
Yep, that's the gist of it.
Sounds pretty easy.
It is. You'll usually have complete certain tasks like browse a website or use an app. Then you'll give your feedback through a survey or maybe a recorded video.
Okay.
Sometimes there's even a live interview.
Wow, so you're like a digital guinea pig.
Yeah, kind of.
But you get paid for it.
Exactly.
I like it. So we've got app and website testing, which is all about providing feedback, sharing your opinions. Now, the podcast also mentions online surveys and market research.
Yeah, that's a classic one.
I've tried those before, but I never made much money.
Yeah, it's not a huge moneymaker.
So is it even worth it?
It can be if you have some spare time and you enjoy sharing your opinions.
Okay.
You won't get rich, but you can earn some extra cash or gift cards.
What are some of the platforms for that?
Swagbucks is popular, Survey Junkie. There are a bunch of them out there.
So it's like a digital rewards program, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So we've got surveys, which is all about sharing your thoughts and opinions. And now, finally, let's talk about gaming. Because the podcast says you can actually make money from playing video games, which I gotta admit, I never really understood.
Yeah, a lot of people don't get it. They think, why would anyone watch me play video games?
Right, exactly.
But it's more than just watching someone play.
Okay.
It's about the streamer's personality, their commentary, their interaction with the audience.
So it's like a performance.
It is. It is. And it's built a whole community around it.
Platforms like Twitch and YouTube gaming, right?
Yep, those are the big ones.
So if I wanted to become a streamer, like, how do I stand out? It seems like everyone's doing it these days.
Yeah, it's competitive. But just like with anything else online, it's about finding your niche.
Okay.
Maybe you're really good at a particular game, or you have a unique commentary style, or you focus on a specific genre of games.
So be yourself, find your audience.
Exactly. And be consistent.
There's that word again, consistency.
Yeah, you got to stream regularly, keep people engaged.
Okay, and how do you actually make money from streaming?
A few different ways. Ads, subscriptions, donations, sponsorships.
Wow, so there's a whole business model there.
There is. And if you love gaming and you enjoy entertaining people, it can be a great way to make a living.
That's pretty cool. All right, last one on the list, print on demand. This sounds interesting. You get to be creative and entrepreneurial at the same time.
Yeah, it's pretty popular these days.
So how does it work?
Basically, you design stuff like t-shirts, mugs, phone cases, whatever.
Okay.
You upload your designs to a print-on-demand platform.
And then what?
They handle the printing and shipping.
So I don't have to deal with any inventory?
Nope, not at all. You just create the designs, they take care of the rest.
So someone orders a t-shirt with my design on it, the platform prints it and ships it directly to the customer.
Exactly.
And I get a cut of the profit.
Yep, that's that simple.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. So what are some of the platforms for print on demand?
Redbubble's popular, Printful, Society6, there are a bunch of them out there.
Okay, and what kind of designs do people actually buy?
It really varies. Funny t-shirts, inspirational quotes, cool artwork,
So I gotta find my niche, I guess.
Yeah, figure out what you're good at, what kind of style you have.
What kind of audience I want to target.
Exactly.
It's all about finding your people.
It is. It is.
Man, we've covered a lot, haven't we? 15 different ways to make money online. It's crazy how much is out there. But one thing that really sticks out to me is this whole idea of niching down. It seems like no matter what you want to do online, you got to find your niche.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the internet's great because it gives you all these opportunities.
Yeah.
But it also means there's a ton of competition.
Right. So you've got to find a way to stand out.
Exactly. Niching down helps you focus your efforts. You can target a specific audience. And you're not competing with everyone else in the world.
Yeah. It's like finding your little corner of the internet.
Exactly. And it's not just about picking a broad category either. Like, don't just say, I'm a freelance writer.
Right.
You got to get more specific. Like, what unique skills do you have? What problems can you solve? Who can you help?
Find that sweet spot where your passion and your skills in the market all come together.
Exactly, exactly. And your niche can even change over time, you know?
Oh, that's a good point.
As you learn and grow, your niche might evolve too. The important thing is to just start somewhere.
Be open to adapting. So it really is a journey, huh?
It is, it is. Speaking of journeys, I'm curious, what's resonated most with you from all this?
Honestly, I'm a little overwhelmed.
Yeah, I get it. It's a lot to take in.
But it's exciting too, you know? Like, there are so many possibilities. I think I'm drawn to the creative stuff, maybe something like print on demand or creating digital products. But I also like the idea of, helping people.
Yeah.
So maybe something like virtual assisting or even online tutoring could be cool.
Those are all great options.
Yeah.
And they align with what you're interested in.
Right.
I think the next step is to do a little more research. Look into each of those things.
Yeah.
Maybe try a few things out, see what feels like a good fit.
That's a good point. It's not about finding the perfect thing right away. It's about experimenting.
Exactly. And remember, the online world is constantly changing.
Yeah, that's true.
New platforms pop up, trends shift. You got to be adaptable.
So it's not just about picking the right method. It's about having the right mindset.
You got it. Be adaptable, be persistent, and never stop learning.
So for anyone listening who's thinking about trying to make money online, what's the one piece of advice you would give them?
Just take that first step. Pick one thing that interests you, do your research, and start experimenting. You might surprise yourself.
I love that. A call to action, an invitation to explore. Well, that's it for this deep dive into the world of online income. We hope you found it informative and inspiring. Who knows, maybe this is the start of your online income journey. Thanks for listening.